Did you know that lemon salt is part of a global market worth nearly $1.7 billion in 2024, with forecasts showing it could grow past $5 billion by 2035? That's a massive demand for something as simple as a mix of salt and lemon flavor. So, the real question is, how do factories actually create this seasoning on such a large scale? Well, let's uncover the entire process here at the Process World. Lemon salt may sound like a modern kitchen invention, but its story stretches back centuries. In the Mediterranean, cooks were already using salt and citrus side by side, not just to season, but also to preserve. One of the oldest methods was salting lemons, a tradition in North Africa and the Middle East that kept the fruit usable long after harvest and added a powerful flavor to meals. Over time, that same idea of combining tang with salt evolved into a seasoning all on its own. As trade expanded, lemons became prized across Europe and beyond, while salt remained one of the world's most valuable commodities. The pairing was natural, and eventually it moved from homemade preparations to industrial production. By the 20th century, science made it possible to capture lemon's sharp taste through citric acid, which could be produced at large scale. This meant lemon salt was no longer limited to regions with fresh citrus. It became something that could be found almost anywhere in the world. Today, when you reach for a shaker of lemon salt, you're touching a product shaped by both ancient traditions and modern factories. But how is it made? Well, before we get into that, please leave a like and subscribe for more amazing videos like this one. Now, moving on. Before lemon salt even reaches the factory floor, it starts with two simple building blocks: salt and lemon flavor. Salt itself can come from different sources. In many cases, it's harvested through solar evaporation, where seawater is left to dry in large ponds until only the crystals remain. In other regions, it comes from underground mines, crushed from solid rock, or through vacuum pan methods that pull pure salt out of brine. Whichever path it takes, the goal is to deliver clean, food-grade crystals ready for processing. On the lemon side, there are a few options. Factories may use dried lemon zest, concentrated lemon juice, or the most common source, citric acid. Citric acid carries the same tangy kick that gives lemon its punch, and in modern times it's produced on a massive scale through fermentation. Instead of squeezing endless amounts of lemons, microbes are grown in tanks that convert sugars into citric acid, which is then purified for food use. Before these ingredients ever meet each other, they go through quality checks. Salt batches are inspected for grain size and purity, while lemon-derived components are tested for strength and safety. Only when everything meets the right standard do they move forward. Once the raw salt and lemon components arrive at the factory, the first task is to prepare them for blending. Salt crystals often vary in size, and citric acid or dried zest can form hard clumps during storage. To avoid uneven mixing, the materials go through sieving and de-agglomeration. In this step, the salt and lemon ingredients are passed through vibrating mesh screens or mechanical sifters. These machines separate out oversized particles, break down clumps, and leave behind a consistent grain size. The smoother and more uniform the particles, the better the final blend will be when it reaches the mixing stage. This may sound like a simple step, but it's crucial. Without sieving, the final lemon salt could end up with pockets of pure citric acid or uneven flavor distribution. By the end of pre-processing, every ingredient is refined to the right texture, free-flowing, consistent, and ready for the next phase in production. Salt and lemon components might look dry to the eye, but in reality, they can carry hidden moisture. That tiny bit of dampness can cause clumping, make the mix hard to blend, and shorten the shelf life. This is why factories dedicate an entire stage to controlling moisture before production moves forward. In this step, salt crystals are sometimes passed through low-heat dryers or warm air systems to bring them to the right dryness level. For lemon zest or juice powders, the drying process is even more important since natural fruit ingredients tend to hold on to water. Gentle drying removes excess moisture while protecting the flavor and aroma that give lemon salt its distinctive tang. Once the moisture is balanced, the ingredients flow smoothly through the rest of the production line. The mix is less likely to cake inside machines or stick together in the package, and it guarantees a product that stays fresh longer on the shelf. By the end of this stage, the foundation is set for blending. In this stage, ribbon blenders and paddle mixers are the most common machines used. Their design ensures that every grain of salt meets the right amount of lemon flavoring, creating a consistent taste in every batch. Factories may use different lemon components depending on the product line. Some blends use pure citric acid crystals for a strong tang, while others rely on dried lemon zest or even small amounts of natural lemon oil to add aroma. In some premium variations, turmeric might be added for a slight golden tint, enhancing the appearance while keeping the flavor sharp and fresh. At this stage, decisions about anti-caking agents are also made. While many lemon salts rely solely on the natural flow of their ingredients, others include a tiny amount of food, safe anti-caking material to keep the blend free-flowing inside shakers. Once mixed, the product passes through sieves again to confirm that there are no lumps and that every particle is evenly distributed. Once the blending is complete, the focus shifts to making sure every batch tastes and performs exactly as it should. This is where quality control and flavor adjustments play a central role. Small samples are pulled from the mixer and tested for acidity, salt balance, and overall consistency. If the ratio feels too sharp or too mild, adjustments can be made before the final product moves forward. Factories also rely on sensory checks, where trained tasters evaluate the flavor profile to confirm that it delivers the expected lemony kick without overwhelming the saltiness. Alongside taste, physical tests are carried out too, checking the flow of the salt, making sure there's no clumping, and confirming that moisture levels are stable. Food safety is another key part of this stage. Facilities follow strict standards like HACCP or FSSC 22000, ensuring the product is safe from contaminants and meets regulatory requirements. Only after passing these checks does a batch get cleared for the next stage. By the end of this process, the lemon salt is a controlled, consistent seasoning that's ready to be packed and sent out into the world. This step doesn't just make the product look good on the shelf, it protects the seasoning from moisture, air, and contamination. In retail production, the most common format is the shaker. These can be made of cardboard, plastic, or glass, and they're fitted with lids that make it easy to sprinkle the right amount of salt. Some companies are switching to eco-friendly materials, offering recyclable or refillable containers to meet the growing demand for sustainable packaging. For larger buyers like restaurants and food manufacturers, lemon salt is packed in bulk bags or tubs that can hold anywhere from 5 to 25 pounds. Each package is filled by automated machines that weigh and seal the product with precision. Labels are then applied, listing the ingredients, nutritional details, and batch codes for traceability. This makes it easy to track production and ensure safety if there are ever recalls or checks. Before leaving the factory, the packaged salt is stored in dry warehouses to protect it from humidity. From there, it's distributed to supermarkets, specialty shops, or directly to food service customers. By the time it reaches a kitchen shelf, every layer of packaging has done its job, keeping the lemon salt fresh, safe, and ready to use. And that's it. Now to you, if a simple mix of salt and lemon can have such a fascinating backstory, what other everyday ingredient in your kitchen do you think might be hiding an industrial secret worth uncovering? Share your thoughts in the comments section below, leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more amazing videos like this one.